Shalom, y'all. It's your boy, Ya'ak, Michael Israel. Yeah, we were down in Orlando, Florida, and we had some auto trouble. Let me turn this fan on. But there we go. I bet that's a lot quieter. All right, shalom, y'all. It's Michael Israel. Me, Koy, and the kids were down in Orlando, fellowshipping with the Mishpachah, and we had some auto trouble down there. So let's see. There we go. So yeah, we had some auto trouble down there while we were down there. As you know, I'm a mechanic. I don't know if y'all could hear me. I think I had my hand covering the mic. But anyway, as you know, I'm a mechanic, over 20 years experience. So, I had to make like a judgment call, and sometimes it could be tough. But yeah, so what I got, and what the problem was a coolant system. It was pissing out Freon, and so I had to just kind of, rely on experience and make a judgment call. So what I ended up doing is we just I had to say, hey, am I going to fix it here or am I going to fix it at home, with all my tools in the comfort of my own garage. So we decided to head on up here. But I'm going to show y'all what the issue is, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to go about fixing it. And I think it's going to really help y'all out because this is a pretty common problem. I don't know how much they charge to repair it in the real world or out in Babylon. I don't know how much they charge to fix it. But y'all, let me check something real quick. Let me make sure everything's okay on this feed. But while I'm checking it, I'll let y'all know what the issue is. It's a coolant leak. It looks like it's leaking from the water pump. Okay, cool. It looks like everything's good on here. So it's a coolant leak. It looks like it's leaking from the water pump. And it looks like it's leaking from the water pump. And it looks like it's leaking from the. There we go. All right. Yeah, I had to check something on here. So anyway, it's a coolant leak. Looks like it's leaking from the water pump. Let me see if I can show y'all. Maybe y'all can see it. And it looks like it done dripped itself out. But anyway, when we came back from the Shabbat, when we got to our hotel, because I had smelled antifreeze earlier. So when I looked down on this side of the engine, it was leaking down from there on the ground. And so upon further investigation, it was around those pulleys down there. I can't reach down in there right now because it's real hot, but I could point to the pulley. It's the water pump pulley. It was coming from right around there, probably coming out of the weep hole on the water pump, whatever. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but that's what I'm gonna show y'all. But anyway, it was leaking from there, and I had to. You really can't, when you have a leak like that, there's really not much you can do until the engine cools all the way down. So what I'm doing now, because I evaluated it, I said, hey, I'm going to just service this thing all the way up, and then we're going to head back home, and I'll fix it there. So what I'm going to show y'all is if your car is overheating or you see a leak on the coolant leaking from the bottom of your engine, this is how you see where it's coming from. The first step, you just let the engine cool down because you don't want to work on a hot engine and burn yourself. Okay. Now, step 2, you get a kit like this. Okay. This one here I bought years ago from Craftsman, from Sears. But you can buy these same kits from Harbor Freight. That's a good place to go get your tools, especially something like this that you're not going to use that often. And you could get a good deal on it. It's not going to break the bank. It ain't going to be insanely expensive. Don't go to like Snap-on Tools or Mac Tools and buy it. You're going to pay a ton, you know. But the ones they sell at Harbor Freight, they're good for the occasional use. This one here is a little more expensive, but I use, you know, I'm a mechanic, so at one point I used it all the time. Anyway, get a kit like this. You let your engine cool all the way down, and what you do, you hook this up, and it pressurizes your coolant system. Okay, you want to keep. Here, let me see if I can show you the focus in. Okay, you want to keep it in the green. Okay, you don't want to go too far above 15 psi, because your coolant system, and that's the system that keeps the engine cool. It also provides the heat in your car. Your coolant system, you know, it keeps your engine cool. Okay, your air conditioning system is a different system, so don't get that mixed up and think I'm talking about your AC system, the system that keeps you cool while you're in the car. But what I'm gonna do is take this thing, I'm gonna take this piece right here, and I'm gonna connect it once the engine's cool. I keep saying that because if you take this off while the engine's hot, it's under pressure, you're gonna get burned. But I'm gonna take this off, connect that to the connect my little pump thing to the top of the radiator. See? So I'm gonna connect that device, that coolant system pressure tester. That's what it's called. I'm gonna connect it to this. You know, take the top off, connect it. You see the pressure on there, 16 psi. That's why I said I don't exceed 15. Okay, I'm gonna pump it up and I'm gonna pressurize the whole coolant system, and the engine will be nice and cool. So then that way I can put on some safety glasses, get up under the car, and look all around the engine to see where it's leaking from. Once I find where it's leaking from, which I suspect I have two or three areas I suspect it's leaking from. Once I find where it's leaking from, you know, I do my repair. That's a whole nother ball game, because like I said, if it's the water pump back there, let me see if I can. It's not this right here. Hold on. Yeah, I really can't show it to you. But if it's the water pump, you know, I mean, to me, it's like changing a tire. But if it was like one of y'all, somebody who hasn't done a water pump on a car before, all I tell you, if you want to know how to do any job on your car, you get online and you want to look at YouTube videos, and you want to go in forums, and you don't want to just watch one YouTube video of how to change a water pump on your car. You want to watch multiple videos, go to multiple forums and read up on it, so that they cover every angle and aspect of doing that, you know. And you also got to bleed the air out of your coolant system, so you got to understand that too. And all that stuff's online, you know. And you'll save yourself, dude. I'm sure they're charging like some insane amount of money for stuff like that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And me, I might spend maybe, you know, 60, 70 bucks, you know, with parts and all that, changing a water pump, maybe $100. So that brings me to the next tip. A good place to order your parts is Rock Auto Parts online. That's where I get mine. majority of the time. A lot of times the auto parts store don't even be having the stuff I be needing. So, but this here, if they have it, I'ma grab it because, you know, Corey got to use the car tomorrow. That's if it even needs a part. It might be like a hose or something I might be able to fix here in shop. You know what I'm saying? See all that junk? It's not junk. It's tools and parts. Okay? So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go live later and show y'all. Well, here, look. We got the instructions here. So I won't have to go live and show you how I hooked it up. Let me see. Got a couple different. So this is basically how the thing connects. You put it on there and you got to throw this little switch and it makes this thing expand, so it seals it up good on there. And then you hit this little switch to system, you switch it over to system, and then you apply the pressure to the system. Okay? And then your system's pressurized. Dude, there's plenty of videos on this stuff all over the internet, man. So, you know, it wasn't like back in the day. I'd buy books, auto mechanic books and stuff to learn this stuff. But now it's right there. It's at your fingertips. So, and like I said, you're going to save yourself big money, you know, doing some of this stuff. You know, learning it, especially if you're a person with the zeal to learn it. You know, you want to move into the mechanical field. And like I said, I got a conference in the early stages of putting together. This is one of the things that are going to be taught there, is just how to go about being a mechanic, best practices. You know what I'm saying? On anything, anything you're fixing or diagnosing on a car, I'm gonna show y'all the methodology that I use when I'm fixing planes, when I'm fixing cars, when I'm pulling engines and removing big components on planes, or doing something real tedious and important on planes, cars, whatever. I got like a methodology I use to go about it. I'm gonna teach it at that conference, so anybody who desires to get into the mechanical field, you know, they could do that. That's going to be one part of the conference. This conference is going to really be equipping our community, our nation, to begin being set apart and not being so reliant on other nations that don't care about us. That's the whole thing. That's the whole significance of a lot of what I do, a lot of what you know, some of the brothers and sisters around me. You know, we got to become independent, set apart, come out of her, my people. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. A lot of people don't want to do that. Hey, stay with them. Anyway, I hope this was informative to you. I'm Michael Israel, Spiritual Combat.